Cuba joins the BRICS, a new horizon for the global south. Cuba reached a big moment in its relationships with other countries by being accepted as a partner country of the BRICS group, a group made up of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. This group has become really important for countries with growing economies, and now it welcomes Cuba. This is a great chance for Cuba to become stronger in the world. The Cuban government was very happy about this news, especially President Miguel Diaz-Canel. He even shared on social media Cuba is honored to join as a partner country in the BRICS. These 5 countries give a lot of hope to countries in the South as they work hard to make the world a fairer, more democratic and better place for everyone. This statement shows how serious Cuba is about this new chapter in its international relations. The importance of Cuba's entry into BRICS. The BRICS are one of the most powerful groups in the world, with over 3 billion people and a big part of the world's economy. They started as a group focused on money, but now they also talk about politics, the environment, and making sure the world doesn't just listen to one country. For Cuba, joining this group is a really big deal. It opens doors for the economy, science, and technology. It also helps Cuba build relationships with many countries, so it doesn't have to rely on just a few. Cuban Foreign Minister Bruno Rodriguez said it best. By becoming a BRICS partner country, Cuba shows that it wants to work with these countries to support working together as a world, peace, international rules, and making sure everyone has what they need to succeed. A challenging context. Adding Cuba to the group shows that BRICS is changing. Lately, they've been trying to become more influential around the world. Besides Cuba, 12 other countries were invited to be partners. Algeria, Belarus, Bolivia, Indonesia, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Nigeria, Thailand, Turkey, Uganda, Uzbekistan, and Vietnam. This shows that BRICS wants to include many countries, but it also shows that they might not agree on how to do that. Cuba isn't a full member yet, just a partner. This means it can join some BRICS activities. This slow approach might be the best way for Cuba to join the group, but things aren't easy for Cuba right now. The United States has had sanctions against Cuba for a long time, and that's made it hard for Cuba to grow. Potential benefits for Cuba. Joining BRICS can bring a lot of good things to Cuba. One of the biggest is finding new places to sell things and people who want to invest in Cuba. Cuba can work with other BRICS countries on things like renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, and technology. It can also get money from the New Development Bank, a bank created by BRICS to help its members. Being in BRICS can also help Cuba's economy become stronger, so it's not as reliant on just one way of making money and is less affected by sanctions. This could make life better for people in Cuba by helping improve healthcare, education, and technology. A significant impact on the global south. Cuba being in BRICS isn't just good for Cuba, it's important for other developing countries too. It shows that these countries can work together to solve problems and become stronger. It also shows that it's important to build relationships that help everyone succeed. The world is changing, and BRICS is becoming a challenge to the groups controlled by powerful Western countries. Adding Cuba and other new partners could make this even more true, leading to a fairer world. Challenges and future perspectives. But there are also some challenges. Having new countries in the group could cause disagreements, especially if they don't agree on what's important. For Cuba to really benefit from BRICS, it needs to overcome the things that have held it back in the past. Even with these challenges, the future looks bright. By joining BRICS, Cuba is showing that it wants to be a leader in the world. This not only makes it stronger in its own region, but also gives it a chance to help create a fairer world. To wrap it up, Cuba joining BRICS as a partner country is a huge opportunity. This could be the start of a new chapter for Cuba, making it a leader for developing countries. As everyone watches BRICS, Cuba is an example of strength and hope for other developing nations. Now let's talk about Cuba's big win against the United States at the United Nations. The US embargo has caused many problems for Cuba. But at the UN, most countries voted to end the embargo. This is a victory not just for Cuba, but for all developing countries. Cuba shows the world what it means to be strong and never give up, and many countries are inspired by them. When we look at Cuba's journey, we see that they're fighting for more than just ending the embargo. They're fighting for the right to be respected and treated fairly. This UN vote is a big moment in history, showing that we are stronger when we work together. Cuba gives us hope and reminds us that things can always change. As we look to the future, let's remember what we've learned from Cuba and work to create a peaceful and successful world for everyone. This final chapter delves into the BRICS and their global impact. We will explore how the inclusion of new members, such as Cuba, can transform the economic and political dynamics worldwide. By examining the challenges and opportunities that BRICS face in the future, we can understand how this alliance might influence sustainable development and international cooperation. As BRICS expands, the potential for fostering economic growth and addressing global inequalities becomes even more significant. The inclusion of nations like Cuba brings fresh perspectives and strengthens the collective voice of the Global South. This, in turn, can lead to more balanced and inclusive global policies. However, the path forward is not without its challenges. BRICS must navigate complex geopolitical landscapes, economic disparities, and the need for cohesive strategies that benefit all member nations. The alliance's success will hinge on its ability to adapt and innovate in response to these evolving circumstances. In conclusion, the future of BRICS in a changing world holds immense promise. By working together, these nations can drive progress and foster a more equitable global community. Through collaboration and mutual support, BRICS can play a pivotal role in shaping a sustainable and prosperous future for all. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of Cuba's journey and the broader implications for the Global South. Let's continue to seek inspiration from these examples and strive for a world where cooperation and respect pave the way to a better tomorrow.
Gold, cryptocurrencies, and other commodities are emerging as attractive options for investors seeking stability in an increasingly volatile world. Additionally, staying informed about developments in the global financial system will give you an advantage over those who ignore these changes. The BRICS nations are leading a silent revolution that could redefine international trade, and understanding their strategy will allow you to anticipate what's to come. The end of the dollar as the dominant currency might seem unimaginable, but the evidence points in that direction. The BRICS are building an alternative financial system that could reshape the world order by 2025. As the United States struggles to maintain its hegemony, emerging nations are charting a path toward a more balanced future. The question is not if the dollar will lose its dominance, but when. Are you ready for this global shift? Leave your comments. Do you think the BRICS will really succeed in eliminating the dollar, or do you think the United States will remain the dominant power? Share this video so more people can understand what's at stake, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more in-depth analysis on the economic changes impacting your life. Finally, it's key to understand what the BRICS countries are and why they are so important. The BRICS are Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Each has a unique history and goals that make its participation valuable globally. Brazil, with its vast natural resources and diverse economy, is essential for providing essential raw materials. Russia, with its energy and military power, gives the group a dimension of strategy and security. India, with its growing technology economy and young population, represents an innovative force and an emerging market. China, as the world's second-largest economy, is a leader in manufacturing and technology, a very important pillar for international trade. And finally, South Africa, the gateway to the African continent, brings a unique perspective and vital mineral resources. By joining forces, these countries not only seek to challenge the dominance of the dollar, but also want to create a new, more inclusive and fair financial order. Their goals include economic cooperation, sustainable development, and reform of international financial institutions to better reflect today's world. Understanding the history and goals of each country shows us that their union in BRICS is not just an economic alliance, it is a strategic movement to redefine the future of the global economy. Thanks for joining us in this analysis. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss our next publications.